Welcome, guys. Okay, this is part 2, but some of you may only need the wisdom of the tea, not the tarot. So, totally up to you if you want to go back and watch the card reading as well. And some of you might just get the insight that's necessary from the tea reading. So, totally up to you. Tonight, I did a pomegranate raspberry. So it's a beautiful, deep red tea. Very witchy for our Witchy Wednesday. Cheers. I wish I could smell it. Okay. I've already got cat hair. Cat, you guys. And I have a bald cat, but it still happens. 3 with hair, 1 without. The odds are against me anyways. Ask your questions, and the tea will give you the answers. You're instilling your energy into the mug. And when I'm done drinking the tea, I release the rest of the leaves, and we see where they fall. As I'm learning the different symbologies of all of the characters that show up within the mug, and things are just going to intuitively come to me, I will also start to speak about any shapes and signs that I see within the tea leaves. So just to give you guys even more clarifiers on what might be happening, and their placement is super important. So where they fall on the mug gives us some kind of chronological timeline, and then the manner of which they congregate also gives us some answers. So there's a whole science to this, guys. I miss my music. I miss the background music. I wish I could do it, but a few of my old videos got flagged, and I'm just not willing to take that risk. But maybe once I start making some shorts, I'm going to get some more time when I leave my other job, and then I can give you guys even more divination practices. So when that happens, watch out for my Instagram channel. It's going to start to blow up with all of these shorts, and I'll do some like pick me readings with different crystals and just like a 3-card pull, something like that. Because I know these long forms, you guys just don't have the patience. We need more patience. That's what the card said. I try to drink the tea as fast as I can. But I also want Spirit to I want Spirit to instill the answers in me properly, so then I can give them to you. And sometimes that doesn't happen right away. You know, I am psychic, but give me a little bit, okay? Wow, we've already had a lot of loose leaf start to fall to the bottom. That's telling me, that's telling me time-wise, you're probably looking at a month or more. You do have to reset after whatever happened to you. So just a synopsis, if you didn't watch the card reading prior to this, I mean, different things might come up in the tea reading, but I do ask the spirit guides to correlate my tea readings to the previous card reading. And within the card reading, somebody was manipulated. I got a big sense that it was more project related, career and work oriented. I wasn't picking up on any love stuff, but for some of you, it's a big collective. It could be different. So yeah, we do need to restore from that loss, whether it be financial or just like a power loss. And when you guys do restore from that, through patience, gratitude, and self-care, then the money and the success can start to roll back in. All right, last sip. I'm going to drop the rest of the leaves in. Bing, bada, boom. What does the collective need to know? Your energy is being pulled in. Last sip for good luck. What does the collective need to know about this reading? I should do like an ASMR. Tea leaf reading. Okay. Yeah, this definitely has to do with your finances. Ooh, you could have been manipulated by a family member if you work with a family member. And this manipulation, like, it either just happened or it's going to happen within the next couple of weeks. So just be mindful of that if it hasn't already happened. Because we've got a huge leaf. A huge one. It's right outside of the bird cage. So that's good. It's not like you're feeling trapped from this decision, but it did involve financial affairs or family affairs, and whatever your choice was affected your finances gravely, because that's a huge leaf right there. Let me just look at anything on the timeline there. Yeah, I feel like you got word. You didn't get a direct message about this situation, but you got word of it from somebody else, like yesterday or today. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, but I feel like you kind of, even if it hasn't hit already, or if you haven't had to make the choice yet, you kind of got word of it, a little whisper of this manipulation. Okay. Yeah, the seeds were planted. I don't know if these were good seeds that were planted. But the good thing is next month, you're replanting new seeds towards your success and your projects. So I do feel a sense of a bit of starting over again, and that's okay. Yeah, whatever financial affairs and decision you had to make, whether it's correlated to just your job or your family, it definitely had a lot to do with bettering yourself. I don't know. I'm getting a sense of like maybe you signed up for one of those like self-help courses, or I don't know, because it's like a desire to better yourself, or in your career. Like there's just so many things online now where they're like, sign up now, pay $69.99 or $500 and we'll get you jump started towards success, and then it actually like pulled you back. You're manipulated in some kind of way. I don't know. Maybe that correlates for some of you. That's what I'm getting a sense of. But yeah, it was a big hit. Actually, you paid a lot of money for this. But remember, silver lining, even if you don't think it helped your business or to better yourself, it somehow does teach you this lesson, right? And you did learn something, even if it's not what you wanted to learn. And then that is just slowly sprinkling the energy of wanting to better yourself again in the end of next month. So yeah, that's what I was getting prior. Like 1 month. This hit is definitely going to affect you for this month. It could have been a friend or a coworker. Whoever you got to be weary of with this manipulation, or who's trying to get you to make a choice to do this and to spend this kind of money, it's a friend or a coworker. They planted the seed in you, and then yeah, that trails into that kind of energy. Okay, let me see what else. Yeah, we're not seeing any real ignition towards your projects. I'm not going to lie. For the next 2 months, you're not going to physically see any progress or dedication in towards whatever you're doing, whatever you got going on. But we are climbing the mountain slowly. That, every time we see the mountainscape, it's a symbol for success in your career path. So this venture slowly led you to recognize that you've got to cut somebody off. It leads right into the separation. So yeah, whoever manipulated you, cut them out. And as soon as you do, okay, sorry about that. My phone just cut off. I don't know why. Anywho, I was saying that as soon as you cut that person off, whoever manipulated you, you can get on your path towards working on yourself, a little bit of self-care, and then towards success. So we don't have much going on in the love life, but I just want to bring that in. I feel like all of November, there's not much in any love affair. Maybe you're not talking to anybody, or whatever's been going on is slow. Although something does trickle in to be mentioned in December. I'm feeling like mid-December. There's some messaging going back and forth. I don't feel like this person's correlated to the manipulation, but it is a large collective. So for some of you guys, this does stem into a little bit of a conflict. So maybe it's like if you're talking to somebody at work, that could be an issue. But whatever happened, like there's a huge difference of opinion over the next few days. And I feel like that difference of opinion had to do with whatever that manipulation situation was. It does cross over into the heart space. So for a small collective, small part of the collective, I'm literally getting like under 13% of you. It could have, if they work with you, maybe they had something to do with it. I'm not sure. But there's not much going on with that love affair in all of November, and then into December, it does trickle in, but it's small. It starts small, so I feel like maybe you guys are just in the talking stages. But yeah, it is somehow correlated to a social setting. So either like, yeah, again, some of you might work with this person and then they come in. Maybe for some of you, they have nothing to do with that manipulative situation, or some of them may have, but that would have happened like within this week or already. And then there's either somebody new, or you can circle back to that person in December. I feel like it's correlated around some kind of social event. You guys circle back to each other. So yeah, your project, I'm sorry to say, but whatever passion project you've got going on, there's like zero progress. I don't even want to say little, it's like zero. For all of this month, that was a really big setback, but it does come trickling in again in December. It does slow down right before the new year, but it is what it is. It happens. Yeah, this all definitely brought about a desire to better yourself. I feel like now you have faith in yourself and your abilities and this passion project again, but you're not going to really step into that faith until the end of December. Okay, and as far as the bottom of the mug, there's no new beginnings for the next month or more. So it's okay. We're just going to have to be patient for that success. We do have some social success coming in, like big social success, and it's also on the star. So it's a wish fulfillment. It's just going to take some time, like a month or two. So whatever happened, I feel like did put you in the limelight to put yourself out there again, or maybe you talk about this situation and it gets you noticed. I know it doesn't seem like it was a lucky situation to have happened, but again, you do have small leaves on the 4-leaf clover and they cross over into the star space. So it is a wish fulfillment, whether you thought of it or not. Silver lining. We have almost every single planetary placement. So we do have Saturn. Something's going to be lost. I really feel like it's that person you need to cut out, whoever manipulated you. Maybe a coworker. I'm getting strong vibes for coworker. Some of them might be a family member. Some may have been a friend that gave you the wrong advice. We do have Venus showing up, and it's somehow connected to this stardom, and that is a wish fulfillment. So like you've been wanting love, but it just hasn't really been there. But within the next couple of months, it does come in, and it's somehow correlated to you putting yourself out there. Yeah, there's a big decision that needs to be made, and it's about bettering yourself after this situation and correlated to the faith that you have within your project. So I really feel like you've just, whatever decision you made that you thought was a bad one, it's okay. Now you're faced with dealing with those consequences and making a new decision to cut whoever did you wrong out. Yeah, there's some Mars energy. It's not heavy, but there is some Mars energy. So just be wary because it's right on it. So this will create some kind of conflict with the person who manipulated you. And we have Mercury. So yeah, a new journey is going to have to begin, and it will bring you to your wish fulfillment. So you will reach that success, but it's kind of like a starting over energy is what I'm getting. I'm sorry, it's not exactly what you want to hear, but it is what it is. So I feel like that is it for the tea reading. If you wanted to check it out. I hope this resonated with you guys. Again, my name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. I do divination practices of tea, oracle, and tarot with some angel numbers sprinkled in there. And last time I said that this was Pure Presence. That is coming soon. It's my new spiritual podcast that will be coming around in January. So stay tuned for that. Anywho, hope you enjoyed. If this resonated with you, give me a follow, a like, or share, subscribe, and I can't wait to have you guys come around. All right, see you next time. Bye. Almost forgot. A card fell in between switching the new video. It's 44, which is yet again another master number. So like master numbers are heavy if you go back and read the card reading prior to the tea leaf. It says take a risk. So I feel like you're faced with this new decision after you release some toxic energy. And it says courage, initiative, creativity, planning, realism, and boldness. So you've got to plan towards your new success. You got to get creative, new ideas, take the initiative. You got to put action into it. Be bold. It says, and now is a good time to take action on tasks that require initiative, creativity, and risk-taking. Get organized and make plans with realistic expectations of success. Rather than waiting for things to change on their own, what specific risks can you take right now that align with your goals of creativity? Identify one area where you can take a calculated risk and make a concrete plan to move forward with confidence and realistic expectations. So, little insight. Maybe I'll always pull one final angel number for my tea leaf readings. 44, take a risk. See you guys next time.